We have some big news to go over today as Shams Charania has dropped a bombshell report on Luka Doncic and his future in LA. We're going to break down that report and discuss what it means going forward, as well as discuss some interesting news that has come out surrounding LeBron James. So stay tuned for all that in this episode, folks. But before we get into it, if you're a part of the 90% who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. Your guys' support has been absolutely fantastic, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for your continued support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers do play tonight, but we have a lot to go over today as it pertains to specifically Luka Doncic and his future in LA beyond this season, because as we know, he has been playing very good basketball as of late. And obviously it started a little bit shaky there for Luka, but he has been really good over the past handful of games. But this report dropped from Shams, and it is a very interesting one because you can see this here. Luka Doncic has recently moved into a new leased home in LA and is feeling more comfortable and appreciated with each passing day. The Lakers have been surrounding Doncic with support and inclusion since he came to LA, which means a lot for his long-term future with the team. Now, there's a couple different parts of this to go over. One, of course, the part that he leased a home in LA is very, very encouraging. But the bigger piece of news here is the fact that Shams came out and said the Lakers have been surrounding Doncic with support and inclusion, which means a lot for his long-term future. Now, a couple other things as well we're going to dive into later in the video, so stay tuned for it. There is, some new comments as well from Luka Doncic surrounding how he's really appreciating the team, his time in LA, all these different things, and it's all pointing to good things. But this one is good because we know when Luka first came over to LA, he was, living out of a hotel, all these things. He now has a leased home, which is good. Again, I'm not going to read into it a crazy amount saying, okay, because he leased a home in LA, that means he's going to stay here forever. Not like he bought a multi-million-dollar home. However, the fact that he's feeling more comfortable and appreciated with each passing day is very good. Of course, these are from reports, I would assume, from inside the Lakers organization that Shams has. And of course, he goes on to say that the Lakers have been surrounding Doncic with support. Now, this is very encouraging because one of the biggest, not question marks, but I guess question marks going forward for this team will be beyond this season, which they're playing very good basketball, is how good Luka Doncic will be, of course, in the playoffs, all these different things. But if he's going to extend with the Lakers beyond his contract, and it seems with each day, we know he came out and said he wanted to be with the Mavericks for his entire career, and it seems like that now is translating to the Lakers as well. And it seems with each passing day, he's getting more and more comfortable with the team. He has a house now in LA. He loves his coaching staff. He's loving the support system around him. And it seems Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, all those guys are going out of their way to make sure that Luka is comfortable. And for Shams to come out and say this, of course, he's getting intel from a reporter on the inside. It's a very encouraging sign, if nothing else, which is obviously very exciting. Now, another piece of good news is a few other things that we're hearing here. You can see this here. This was from a couple days ago. Luka and how he's getting along with Coach JJ. Amazing. We talk a lot even when there's no games. So far, it's amazing with him. And obviously, JJ Redick is a fan favorite. I mean, everyone would love to play for JJ Redick, a former player, all these different things. And from all accounts, he's a fantastic person, a fantastic coach, all those things, right? But one of the biggest pieces here is that I think JJ Redick's going to play a big role in not only Luka Doncic staying beyond this season, but other free agents coming to LA as well. Because again, we all know Los Angeles Lakers, we're all diehard fans, or even if you're a casual fan, like world-class organization. That's not, in doubt. However, now that you have JJ Redick here, not only has he shown this season that he is a fantastic coach with the X and O's, he's extremely personable with the players. He's just a guy that I think a lot of free agents are going to want to play for. And we'll probably have another full video on this as the offseason, once it comes. But the Lakers now, it's not difficult to get free agents to LA anyway, just because of the history of the team, all these different things, and how good they are right now with LeBron and Luka. But for Luka to say that it's amazing that they talk when there's no games, all these different things, that is an extremely encouraging sign. I mean, you pair that with the fact that he came out and, bought a house, and that Shams is saying that it means a lot for his long-term future with the team. All signs, of course, are pointing to him signing another extension. And it is a big question mark, and one that, in a couple of years when we actually have that direct conversation, unless he extends before, because again, he can't get the supermax that he would have gotten with Dallas. So now it's going to be more so on an even playing field. I think the Lakers will be in very good shape as it pertains to that front. I mean, looking at his stats with the Lakers, after that little, bit of a slow start he had there, he's now up to 26 points a game, 7 rebounds, or 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, he's playing just as well as he did with Dallas, albeit on a little bit worse efficiency. But as of late, he's been playing fantastic. There's been a lot of injuries going around. He hadn't had a center for a few of those games, and we saw the impact that Jackson Hayes has with Luka Doncic. Which is crazy to think, but Luka said it himself. He loves playing with Jackson Hayes. He plays a lot better, and the chemistry that they have is extremely obvious as well, which is a great sign here going forward. And Even as, pairing him with Austin Reaves, you can see the stats here. Austin Reaves in the last 4 games, Luka and Austin Reaves are both averaging insane stats in LeBron James's absence. And the team is built now. I mean, you have Austin Reaves under contract, one of the best contracts, if not the best contract in the NBA. You have all these different things shaping up. This team is going to be terrifying going forward, and to see this new report is great. Now, a couple other reports that came out today. This is from yesterday night. There was initial fear that LeBron could ask out after he was not consulted about the Luka trade. And the reason I bring this up is because this is from Jovan Buha. It's an interesting kind of conversation to have now. And right after the trade, if you remember, there was some conversation internally about whether or not, LeBron would be upset, whether he'll ask out, all these different things. Obviously, now they seem to love playing with each other. Everything has worked out on that front. Everything is going well for this team. But the report was actually quite intriguing. I think there's a sense of, with LeBron, a big move like that, trading remaking the franchise, that there would be some sense of giving him a heads up. And the fact that there wasn't, in his impending contract situation, and Clutch theoretically losing some of the power with AD getting traded. I know from talking to some people around the situation, that was an initial fear, but really within the first 24 hours, that got snuffed out, and it was clear that LeBron was going to be staying. And of course, LeBron came out and said if he wanted to get traded, he would have gotten traded. So it is everything worked out as good as you possibly could have imagined for the Lakers. And I wanted to highlight this now because, of course, we're heading down the stretch. The playoffs are just around the corner, and all the conversation is going to be on that. And with this report, and this ties into the rest of this regular season. He looks comfortable. He's playing fantastic alongside Austin Reaves. And again, LeBron hasn't played the last 4 games or however many it was, last few games. But one of the big conversations was, how would Austin Reaves fit alongside Luka? And that's just been completely taken out of, no one talks about that anymore because of how good Austin Reaves has been with Luka Doncic. And whether, obviously, LeBron James is another primary ball handler, so it makes the job of Austin Reaves a little bit easier. But even with LeBron, AR, and Luka, they play so good together. They complement each other perfectly. This team is scary. They're going to be playing extremely good basketball down the stretch. And I think there's something to be said specifically about how good Luka Doncic as well has adapted to this team, because we knew at the start it was a little bit scary, but things have gotten a lot better as of late. His stats are obviously keeping up with that now. He's going to, I don't know if he's ever going to average 35 a game or 33.9 like he did with Dallas this season, just because of the amount of talent he has around him and all these different things. But he also doesn't need to. He has been really, really good offensively. He wants to stay in LA, it seems like, for the foreseeable future and beyond that. And to pair that with the fact that LeBron James is happy, everything is happy. The Lakers now have moved into the 4 seed, 2 games back of Denver, but they also have 2 games in hand. It's going to be a wild, wild ride for the rest of this regular season. And we're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news, all the latest injuries, a bunch of different things keeping up, because LeBron James, Rui Hachimura on the horizon of returning as well. And we're in the final stretch, the home stretch of this regular season. And this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.